Hi, Lou here to talk about something that I regard as poor game design, but some people might disagree with me, and that is what I can only call scouting by dying or scouting by being harmed. There may be another term somebody's come up with that's even better, but I can't remember what it is. So, what is this? Well, I'll give you first an example, surprisingly, from a video game. I play an old video game, Empire Deluxe Enhanced Edition. And in that game, which is essentially World War II technology, it's impossible to see into the cities. You have no idea what's in a city. The city could have 10 or 15 units in it, where any other square on the board can only have one or at most two units in it. But you can't see what they are. And one of the things that sometimes is in those cities is heavy artillery. The heavy artillery is able to be dangerous to heavy cruisers and battleships. And yet you can't see it. So you're stuck with a situation where if your ships approach within 2 squares of an enemy city, you may then get attacked by heavy artillery. And in certain circumstances, if you're unlucky, your ship can be killed. Now, that's what I call scouting by dying. There's no way to find out what's there except to approach it and see if you die. Fortunately, in that game, you can attack by transport. The transports can move too, so you can sit 3 squares away from the city and then attack at the next turn and not have to take a chance on getting blasted as long as you capture the city. Well, another place where this is common and much more widespread is role-playing games. Traps. Now, traps have to be a surprise, but there should be some way for the player or players to be able to detect that trap. That doesn't mean that they will, but they have the opportunity. If they don't have the opportunity, then it is scouting by dying. Oh, here's this trap. You fall in it. You die. You had no way to detect it. That's bad game design. You can probably think of other examples in other games, but in general, the principle is give players a chance to succeed before you nail them. Now, this is not the same as hand-holding. Hand-holding is you're taking care of the players more or less constantly and making sure they don't get into bad situations. In this case that I'm talking about, I want the players to be able to do what needs to be done to discover the danger before they suffer it. In other words, I'm putting the responsibility on the players, not on the designers of the game. And that's a big, big, big difference. So as you design games, and of course you may design a kind of game where this just doesn't really apply, think about the principle of letting people have a chance to discover death before they die. No scouting by dying. Thanks for listening.